Bungie is in shambles, man. What did I tell y'all, boys? Nothing, because I haven't talked about Bungie yet, but today we will. Bungie's marathon reaction isn't great, it's claimed. The views around Bungie's upcoming extraction shooter marathon doesn't appear to be all that good.
Is there any sense of what would happen, any discussion about what would happen if Marathon didn't pop off? Did anything pop up in those discussions?
I don't want to speculate. Definitely have that conversation with people, but it would be irresponsible for me to be like, well, Bungie's going to shut down if that doesn't happen. The one thing I will say though is that this is going to lead to some exclamation points. And if we were streaming right now, there would be some funny faces in chat. But I will say the marathon story kind of reminds me of Suicide Squad, and the reason for that is because Suicide Squad started development in 2017 when live service was the hot new thing, and because of sunk cost fallacy and because of endless delays and because there wasn't really an interest or willingness in canceling it because they had committed so much money to it, and there was just a belief that like, all right, we want to get this out, it's going to be cool, it came out and just totally flopped. And I'm worried about Marathon being in a similar situation where it's been in development for a while. It entered development when extraction shooters were super hot. I don't know if that's the case anymore, and now because they've committed so much money and because it was the project that was furthest along as opposed to all their other incubation bets, they are really putting a lot into it, and I'm just not sure there's much of a chance that it will be
Bungie. They're comparing your game to Suicide Squad. That's not a Suicide Squad. The game's not even out yet, and we have an insider comparing the game to Suicide Squad in terms of hype and how it came out. Oh my God, Bungie. In an appearance on the Friends Per Second podcast, Bloomberg's Jason Schreier was asked for a temperature check on the state of the game, and his response, as you could have expected, after the past 2 weeks, was not positive. Not great for what I heard, Jason Schreier said. There's a reason it was planned for this year and slipped a whole year. We're not going to be talking about it anymore. People who have already talked are a little pessimistic about the game. Why are you making an extraction shooter when your audience is clearly PvE? You're a little too late, buddy. Extraction shooters? That's not going to be a thing, it looks like. Bro, y'all, all you FPS fans who, extraction shooters are going to be the next thing. No, you're wrong. Or there hasn't been an extraction shooter that came out that's good enough, because that game mode is not going to be it. Okay. Schreier added that he doesn't know exactly when the current deadline for the game is, but it is supposed to release in 2025. Okay, Bungie, you're on death's door basically. Okay, Sony has control of you too. You know what I'm saying? They're probably gonna give you some free will. You know what I'm saying? But Pete Peterson has decided to spend all the money on the cars. So hopefully he sells some of those cars and he helps you get a new IP, because apparently y'all canceled this Payback game that was supposed to be a spin-off of Destiny. You canceled that, and that's millions just gone. Just like that, it's gone.
Payback was a project that that I believe Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy, who are now no longer with the company, they were helming, and the idea was like it would be a third-person game, which I think alone makes it very clear that it's not Destiny 3. It would be a third-person game. It was co-op heavy. I think PvE mostly. I think exploring a world and just doing challenges and stuff together. And I think the kind of the core gimmick of it was that you'd play as like characters from Destiny, if I'm remembering correctly. This is me off the top of my head. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I believe it would be like heroes like from Destiny. Kind of like Genshin Impact, except the monetization wasn't going to be like gacha style, like Genshin Impact style.
It wasn't.
It was not. No,
because your thing said Warframe and as in inspirations from Warframe and Genshin, and I was like, oh no, is this like, you know what I mean?
No, the part of Genshin that would be the character part, not the monetization part. Okay. Like the idea of like taking on these heroes like you do in Genshin. and yeah, Warframe in terms of like third person, and yeah, that was the idea. But I think it was pretty early. Like I'm not even sure how far into development it got. It was just one of those many incubation projects that have been canceled over the years. There have been multiple Destiny spin-offs, multiple tries to like figure out what comes next after Destiny 2. That was a big conversation. It's like, what is the Destiny universe? What does that look like after Destiny 2? Which they still don't have the answer to. As far.
Okay, y'all can't do this. You're not Naughty Dog. You're not Rockstar. You Bungie. You guys have released Halo. Okay, you let that go to get out of your contract, and now you made Destiny. The first one was good. The second one started out to a rocky start, and then ended up being good. Okay, y'all don't have a lot. Okay, you're trying to come back with Marathon. I don't know. Hopefully, if you guys are doing this extraction shooter shit, you're the ones to do it the best, because boy, oh boy, let me tell you, your audience, I don't think is gonna like that one. Let me tell you.